Oh,
Sponsored by, the best. What's happening, everybody?
hold on.
Tuning into Comedy by Coincidence. What are we holding on for?
With robot voice again.
It's going to happen. Your signal's not the greatest.
Okay.
The song is still rolling?
So far as I know.
It's episode 80. It's a special episode. Chris Hippie Davis on the lam, and I'm hanging with my man over there across the ocean.
Oh man, did I freeze? I think I froze.
In memoriam.
I'm a block of ice.
In memoriam, Tyson Young. I guess he didn't survive the Portuguese prison. No, you're sort of there.
Yeah, I'm sort of here. I'm in and out. I'm connected to Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on.
So again, I'm on the lam. You will find me in the Ozarks, enjoying a weekend, well-deserved respite.
Nice.
It's been good. This mic is giving me trouble, but that's all right, man. We're doing our best we can. Sorry if the video's a little glitchy today, people, and the audio might suffer just a tad, although we're doing the best we can. I think it's working out.
It's the trials of travel, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna turn Ty Young down just a little bit. We're also gonna bring our sound bit volume down for Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil here with us as always. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, 100, making us look good. All the dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Ty, how's life finding you this week, bro?
Life is it's been life. It's been life. I've been in this city too long. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those people. If I'm in one place too long, I start acting like a meth head. I just get scratchy. I jittery. I'm walking around in circles. Fucking like, what do I do with myself? Some teeth go missing somehow, and I just it's a bad situation.
See, I feel like that's me when I spend too much time in the country, But when I spend too much time in the city, banging my head on open mics, I get a similar feeling though too. So, speaking of open mic, you still in Portugal?
I am still in Portugal. I switched cities though.
Okay, where you at?
Cities. I'm in Porto,
Portugal. Sweet.
Yeah, it's the place where they invented port. Port is like a thick wine. It's
thick wine.
It's like alcoholic cough syrup. Back in the day when cough syrup was fun to chug. Yeah, that's what it is basically. I'm on the side of the river with it's behind me. Like you got this building, and then on the other side of that building, it starts a probably half-mile stretch of nothing but wineries and wine cellars. So if excuse me, it's one of those.
What the dog doing?
if you bomb this place, like mother of all vomit, like a bunker buster or whatever, you're gonna see a lot of red, but it's not blood. It's just all wasted alcohol. You know what I mean? Like it's it's a dream cavern for an outlaw to hide in. You know what I mean? Because you got all the booze you could ever drink right there.
So, how many cities have you hit in Portugal again?
I just did Lisbon and Porto. That's it.
Gotcha.
We were gonna do a city called, I think it's called Fez down south, but then the budget was like nah. So yeah,
I understand.
But
we wanted to go to Florida, and then the budget said nah. So here we are at the Ozarks in Missouri. Shout out to the Ozarks.
Hey man, it's it's always good to go. You could go to Vegas, but every now and then you just need Reno and figure out what Vegas can be. That's how I view the Ozarks. It's like you could go to a real resort, or you could go to like a place where real people still live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I also want to say, it looks like you're interviewing one of those used to be gang members on the History Channel. You know what I mean? The ones that got to be anonymous and stuff. I don't know why my lighting's such trash. I tried my best, guys. I wanted to get you guys the scene that I'm enjoying all weekend.
Well, why would we want to see your face when we can see the majesty of the lake?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I knew you would agree. That being said, I spent like 5 years in a gang, St. Louis style. It's all red up there. Oh,
I feel like I need some Vice documentary questions. Yeah. Like, so when did you start? What was your initiation like?
Well,
pounds. I was moving pounds. You just say pounds, whatever. You know what I mean? You can guess.
You just say pound and you're in. That's the easiest initiation I ever heard. So, what was your first job in this gang?
Pounds, bro. Pounds.
Pound. You just were pounding
pounds,
it,
bro. Mm-hmm. You understand?
J-Rock, baby.
J-Rock, baby.
Yeah, I'd be like the worst person to be in a gang. If the gang was just a bunch of smelly hippies playing in a band, then yeah, I'd be right in. Speaking of a bunch of smelly hippies playing in a band, your boy hit an open mic and actually did the thing this Wednesday.
Ooh.
Wow, good for you.
You're supposed to be making us look good. The second episode in a row. Don't think I'm not noticing. Okay. Who you working for? Anyways,
freelance.
Freelance. She's like, I have my own agenda. I'm bringing y'all down from the inside. No, but we did go catch an open mic. It was pretty well received. The problem, Tyson, was we were auditioning for like a weekly night gig. They told us to come down. We should audition at the open mic, and we did. We didn't know who to talk to. By the time we found out who we needed to talk to, like who the owners were, after our set, they had already left. So I emailed them about it because I know they caught the set, and they're like, "Oh, we're booked solid for 2023. We'll let you know if there's any cancellations," which is like the easy letdown. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Why would you have us audition if you guys were full up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Exactly.
But the crowd, we were well received by the crowd. I'd say every other person there came up to us and had something to say, like, positive about it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're solo ripped. Bro, where can I learn to play guitar like that? I gave a guy my number to, like, teach guitar stuff, like. There were some people who were impressed with it. People coming up to our bassist and drummer being like, yo, you guys were so tight and so on it, bro. So, I don't know why. We even had like another musician come up and be like, yo, you guys were auditioning, right? I'd hire you. If I could, I'd hire you. That was awesome. Like, fuck those guys, So.
getting the love, except well, have you been to this establishment on a non-open mic night, non-audition mic? Like, what music do they normally do?
Blues and like hard rock. So like we're right in the pocket for what they like. You know what I mean? So
okay, so, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's not like we came in there and played a punk show for a jam band audience. You know?
Yeah. It's just it's because it sounds like you were getting mad love from everybody there,
Except the people we needed to impress.
Yeah, well, it's one of those like if you were fuck this phone 1 second. If
your non-old person phone, blowing up because all those not Chris Davises texting you. I'm playing. This is from the last episode.
You know, it's the Airbnb people. It's the rest of the team. You know,
I'm sorry. I got
I'm about to start working again. The vacation extravaganzas is done. So, you know, I'm about to go back up into cloudy Europe. You know, the non-sunshine side of Europe and everything. And it's not excited about it, but you know, I gotta earn this nut somehow. And but back to Europe and like it's
okay. We don't got to talk about it. I just wanted you to be proud that your boy tried to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Doing the thing.
No, I'm extremely proud. It's just one of those. Their answer is weird because they're like, oh, we're already booked up for the rest of 2023, maybe next year, but at the same time you were auditioning, but at the same time it sounds like they were just trying to get you to come in for that night. You know, like they had nobody and they needed somebody. You know what I mean? So they like, because it just sounds fishy to me, whether it's the lie on the back end or the lie up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, anyways, that's why I didn't name drop the organization. I have played there before. I do like the regulars. Like, there's a house band there. I always talk to them. And the musicians there are all in the same genre that we're in. So, like, there's always positive things, great critiques, and they always kind of like people come up and recommend different places for us to play, which is so nice. It's like the one thing most musicians don't do. So, like, I do like the place. Yeah. But they're under new ownership, and that's who we're dealing with. You know what I mean? So,
gotcha. So, I mean, they're probably just trying to figure out the field themselves, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying not to be as frustrated with it. I will say this, that, like, Forgiving Tree's been banging our heads on the St. Louis venue circuit. I mean, I've emailed 6 to 7 venues myself. My drummer, Alex, is, like, the man who, like, he's a manager of his own business and stuff, so he's like sending emails and sending chain calls is like his thing. So he's been reaching out to like dozens too, and we're having just a hard time booking stuff. So I think you're gonna see Forgiving Tree doing a lot more DIY stuff here in the spring and summer, just to because I feel like we're only limited by our imagination sometimes. I feel like historically our best shows have always been stuff that we concocted ourselves.
Yeah,
you know. So
how
about that?
Is St. Louis one of those places where you could just take your shit and set up, your expensive equipment and set it up down by the arch, or you know, do a little busking?
I think we're thinking of doing stuff like that. Busking is not illegal in St. Louis. In fact, it's slightly encouraged in the cultural district. So. There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of figuring out where we can get power, you know, for electric hard rock. You know, we could do acoustic shows. Sure, we're talented. Don't get me wrong, but like, we'd much rather go do some surprise electric shows. I'm thinking, you know, what's one of our favorite live comedy podcasts that we talk about all the time?
Kill Tony.
Right. And is that not a cultural experience? It's not just comedy, it's music, comedy, And like they always do that
Yeah.
like live painting every single episode. You know, they always hire an artist to do a live thing of the episode,
Mhm.
and plus so much more, right?
I mean, yeah. Is it anybody in your family got a broke ass car that's not working? Just steal their car battery. That's some power, right?
We do got
You know.
generators in the family, so it's plausible in some degree. But you get
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm
just-
thinking on like a massive scale to make it not about my band, but more of a community outing where like
Yeah.
we might even get some open micers up there, do some comedy in between sets, and like find a way to get people off their phones for a couple hours while this shit's going on. I think that'd be really cool. So, but that's what we got in the works for Giving Tree style. Sorry, I don't mean it.
Excellent.
But
It's I got a buddy that says it's progress, not perfection. You know what I mean? Because perfection is an ideal to strive towards, but it's an ideal that can never be achieved. You know? Like let's do some music news real quick. Rodger Waters, one of the frontmen for the now classic rock
super
band
giant
known as Pink Floyd
Floyd.
back in the day.
Mhm.
Super giant band, but he's coming out with a he said he's coming out with a new version of Dark Side of the Moon.
Really, I didn't hear that. He's been on.
Yeah,
Him and David Gilmour have been under separate scrutiny over the past year to 2 years, getting a lot of hate for multiple things. But number one, they've been getting called anti-Semitic because they're trying to like take a stand against the Israeli treatment of Palestinians. So they've been getting like Rodger Waters himself has been called an anti-Semite repeatedly in the news for like the last year. And like if you know anything about Pink Floyd, you know what I mean? You know anything about Pink Floyd, that's like the last thing you want to call these guys. Same for David Gilmour. He got the same kind of sign. But what's weird is that David Gilmour is calling Rodger Waters an anti-Semite and being like, it's 100% true. Like, which I just think is fucking I think it's kind of, you see the inner turmoil there. I mean, these guys have like hated each other since they broke up the band in the 80s, you know, before Division Bell.
It's I mean, Rodger, it became a very public dick measuring contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're saying, "Oh, Rodger's like, I made more money than them. Fuck them. I'm more successful." And you know,
I'm the real Rodger.
They never did anything. But I mean,
Fuck, Jack.
Like any organization, you're not gonna ever know what was said behind the closed doors, what wasn't written down, what wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
You know, so there's probably a lot of fucked up shit on both sides. You know, I don't understand the whole Israeli situation. That
no, neither do
your
I.
opinion
And
doesn't matter.
Yeah, our opinion doesn't matter either, guys. So don't be calling us out for it. You know what I mean? We're just telling you what's going on with Pink Floyd a little bit. Now, I would be interested to see what this new version of Dark Side of the Moon sounds like. What direction he's going to go with how much he's been in the news lately, and the inner turmoil there. But outside of that, I still love the classic Pink Floyd stuff. Shout out! I would love to meet David Gilmour.
I'm just deeply concerned that he is gonna inadvertently ruin the one of the bonus features of Dark Side of the Moon, which is Dark Oz. You know what I mean? You can't if he rewrites Dark Side of the Moon,
you better sync it up, bitch.
Still keep it with Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. He's got his work cut out for him. So, Dr. Evil, can you do me a huge solid?
That's what I'm scared of, that he's
going
to ruin. That little quinkity of awesomeness.
Does it need dressed up?
No. Just the can.
Oh, yeah.
It's just on it. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Evil.
Play secretary.
It's hot. We're not this kind of podcast. I mean, yeah, anyways. What would my wife say? Shit, dude. So I'm on a deck. I'm feeling very Tim Dillon-esque right now. Shout out to Tim Dillon show. Go watch that. It's one of Ty and I's favorite shows. I feel like the old Tim Dillon show where I'm on the porch, smoking a little bit, having a good morning with you. That being said, you were talking pre-show about some problems with Airbnb, which is a very Tim Dillon problem to have, right? Is Ty still there? He's
yeah. Sorry, man. You went robot voice on me there for a second. So you're asking about the Airbnb again?
Yeah. You were getting a little bit heated before the show, talking about the Airbnb problems you're having. I think now's a good time. Just air it out to me, bro. Vent. Tell Daddy what's going on.
It's yeah. All right. So we're on the top story of an Airbnb. There's an apartment below us, right?
Yeah.
And it's they live here. I'm pretty sure they're like full time people
okay.
that live here. You know, so they
so far they're in the right.
Locked at all times. We only got one set of keys, so it's like, okay, we gotta. There's three grown men here, and we all things during the day. So they like the front door locked at all times. It's a shared staircase.
Well,
you know,
how do you know their door is locked at all times? Have you been trying their door?
A shared doorbell.
Oh, okay, I get you.
You know,
I'm fine.
I understand security and all that. You know, I could break into this door easily, no fucking problem. But there's a shared doorbell, right?
Right.
And I'm a night owl, so I've been up until like 4 in the morning every single morning, which means I eat dinner probably around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So where the fuck do you get the balls to come out of your fucking apartment when the Uber Eats guy, who has nothing to do with this, accidentally hits the doorbell? You know what I mean? Like, where do you come off yelling at me in a language I clearly don't understand? And I ask politely, do you speak English? I don't understand what you're saying. How do we make this better? And yet you're yelling at me for just getting food. Basically what it boils down to is she gots to go. You know, I'm thinking about doing a little eviction Jewish style. You know what I mean? Like just saying
fuck,
goodbye.
Dude. Holy fuck.
You know, I'm just you know, it's one of those, like, thank God I'm leaving. If I lived here, you know,
there would be religious not oh god.
It would be,
there would be problems all the time. I understand.
Exactly. And it's like she's just been like, you know, out on the balcony yelling at us for throwing the key down instead of going down the stairs to let our boy in. And then she's been coming out. She's basically been what I would assume Anne Frank went through. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
my God.
Anne Frank was in the attic, which we're at the top floor. There's a lot of comparisons here, and it's a shitty comparison. So some people are going to cringe. But you know what? Fuck you. That's what I'm thinking up on a spot. She's it's you know what I mean? It's like
Frank
lived in right. No, you're gonna cut me off. All right.
No. Oops.
It's okay. You know.
I just think
dangerous territory.
We just went real public with this podcast. Maybe it's not the best time to be making these kind of.
Just so everybody out there understands real quick. I am not anti-Semitic. I am just anti-semantic. Okay,
There's
true.
There's
a huge difference. I hate word choice. I just roll with
it. Really
and
does,
you get
people.
My point, you get my point.
That should be in your Tinder bio, bro. Yeah. Anti-semantic shit, really bad with words.
Yeah, just a little bit. Sorry, man.
I think my mom would like that
joke.
joke.
Hot water. You got a reputation to respect. I get it.
I did go public with this podcast. We posted this bitch on Maine. I hope you saw that on Facebook because I wrote a really nice letter about you.
I'm
because you're a savage. I enjoy our time together.
I almost shed a tear. It was, brought out deep seated emotions out of me. I'm finally proud that you're taking the advice that we've been telling everybody and telling your fucking friends.
Yeah.
Which, hey, you should tell your fucking friends.
Yeah. I was telling my friends about this. I wasn't telling my family about this. It's like I'm out of the closet.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this just brings about the question of how much does your family actually love you? You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yo, you actually, I'm with you 100%. If you guys claim to love me as much as you do, this isn't going to be a problem. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In fact, love me for who I am, not who you expect me to be. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. And it's like the whole it's all a joke. It's all a joke. You know
what's
I'm
not a
I'm
joke?
not gonna do a Jewish eviction on the people downstairs. That's not a thing. You know what I mean?
Not
I'm
in Portugal. There
Makes no
ain't
sense.
Jews there. Dr. Evil gave me this look, dude. I don't know. Let's get off talking about Jews. We love our Jewish friends. We really do. Shout out to Nikki Pearl, Adam Goldstein, Mr. Goldman. Just the ones off the top of my head.
Wow.
Plenty.
It sounds like you're making a list. You might need to back off a little bit.
Okay. Changing the topics here. I'm sorry your Airbnb experience has not been at the most, to your liking.
Well,
I find that Airbnb is kind of like
break
that.
a picture.
You did break a picture. So honestly, outside of you got to get food however you can sometimes, and I'm surprised they got Uber Eats in Portugal. You know what I mean? Like that's if you gotta get your
Uber
food.
Is
Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I mean it's partially my bad. I've been a lazy day, active day schedule. So, but it's 10 o'clock at night. Do you really think I'm gonna all the food is across a river and up a big ass hill? Do you really think a man of my waist size is gonna do that? Are you kidding? That's not happening. I'm just gonna pay somebody who has a moped to make that drive for me, and yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you. I hear about this with comedians that we look up to all the time, and I want to see if you've had this experience already. When comedians are on the road, doing shows at say Helium's around the country, improvs around the country, Funny Bones, whatever, they put them up in a hotel, right? They'll put them up in a hotel, and then when people ask about the club, hey, how's this club? How's that club? Comedian to comedian, you know what I mean? They're asking about the hotel setup. How close is the food? Is there shit to do around the hotel? Have you ever, and more often than not, they put you in kind of a lower tier hotel, and the only food option readily available to you is across a highway. So you got to, learn to run across highways. I feel like it was like that in England for you. That's a great still.
It was it's all location based. You know what I mean? Because the style of touring I'm doing now, it's sometimes the venue has a deal with a certain hotel, so you're going to stay at the venue's hotel, which is really close to the venue, or there is no hotel around the venue and you're living 45 minutes away, or it's all situation based around what deal can be cut.
Okay.
In England,
better question for you. How many highways have you had to run across?
I forgot to count.
If you had to estimate.
But so far this tour, I'm gonna say a minimum of 10. But it's the European highways are different than the United States highways, because it's because when you say highway, everybody's thinking of I-70, which is it has fences on both sides, traffic going 70 miles per hour. But the highways here don't get that fast. They get like 50 miles an hour. You know, they drop down to 45 sometimes. Maybe they go up to 60. You know, the Autobahn where every American thinks that you can go 120 miles per hour, no problem. That's actually a relatively short stretch of highway in Germany. You know, it's easier than you think. Plus, there's far less people, so it's not like it's the highways in the States. You're gonna see far more semis than you do cars, right? Here in Europe, you're going to see far more cars than semis, and the semis you see are like they're city cab style, so there's no big engine in the front or anything, and then it's like maybe a 30-foot trailer behind instead of the 53s we deal with in the States.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's
dumbed down.
It's a different feel. It's a different ball game.
Party size.
Plus,
semi.
like Europe is it's very much do what you want at your own risk. You know what I mean? Like and right now I could go get a bottle of wine, pop it open, and just walk down the street drinking it. You know, people will look at me funny. The cops will look at me funny, but they're not really going to stop me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I do that in the States, I'm gonna, all of a sudden be in a mental ward jacket before the cops even, say hello, what's going on. It's a different ball game altogether.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I probably had to hop across 3 highways in my life, so we're not there. I'm not at that level yet. But also, I'm not dealing with being blind, deaf, and dumb at the same time. No, I'm playing. I love you. Hey, gotta get a roast.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I am what I am, man.
And we love you for it. Now you said we were talking about party-sized semis, and I said that's me at the club, and then in my head I also said that's also Thai in Portugal.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yes, sir. Sorry, got to get those in while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this podcast, man, I love it. We, comedy by coincidence. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's dry, but all the time it's 3 amigos hanging out, man. Shout out to Dr. Evil over there, killing it on those sound effects as usual. Comedy news.
We should start the myth that Dr. Evil is a ghost.
We are at the haunted lake, so it would be fitting. All right, comedy news. Let's look.
All right.
No, go on. Say what you were going to say. I'm here for it.
Do you actually swim in that lake behind you?
I have. I have not gotten any sort of weird infections from it, but that being said, Lake of the Ozark's dirty as fuck, bro.
Oh yeah. What mile marker are you at?
We're on the north.
People that don't know,
we're on the north end of the lake.
You're on the lower?
North. So the top part. We're up close to Versailles and Eldon.
You're up there.
We're by like Eldon, Missouri, about 30 minutes from there. Somewhere off of Highway W.
Yeah, you're pretty far up along the lake.
Yeah, we like the north arm.
Imagine about the 10th mile marker.
Mile marker 10 is what Dr. Evil said.
Mile marker 10?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
you're pretty close to the dam then. Okay.
No. Because dam is way south.
No, you're not?
Dam is way south of here.
Like
dam is way south.
It's like 45 minutes away from
where I got it all backwards then. Okay. Alrighty.
Maybe it's we're shitty at knowing our mile markers up here. We're on the north arm.
Okay. Yeah, it's
nice
just
and
one
quiet.
of those, like, the Lake of the Ozarks is nice and quiet.
Yeah, so the further south you get, the closer you are to the dam, the more you are closer to like Party Cove and shit, like where the resorts are. So that's where all the crazy the crazies are at, and the boating accidents and the giant catfish, and then we're up at like the no man's land at the top, where it's just like private little residential communities and just, you know, nobody's down here except the summer kind of vibes. So it's a nice little
rich people money laundering area, you know.
Yes, and lots of as soon as you're like 2 minutes from your house, it's all meth. It's like all meth. So oh, shout out, we're about to need to restart the Zoom, buddy. Let's just pause real quick, and we're back. And Chin, get me out of here. We need some comedy news, some current events. Chin? Sorry, that's a Fighter and the Kid reference. Chin, get me out of here. What kind of comedy news we got this week, Doctor?
Comedy news.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to my first one in a second. I don't know if I want to drop that first one because it just seems like
shitty. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear tabloid sensationalized garbage.
This one is taking forever to load. It's the consequence of having like multiple devices running on a patio.
What's Trevor's last name? Ty?
Trevor?
Yeah, what's Trevor's last name?
Like my Trevor or Trevor Noah? Harrison?
Okay, Trevor Harrison caught dick out at nude. Well, it makes sense if it was a nude beach in Portugal. So I guess that's not really nude news.
Hey man, he likes what he likes. What can I say, man? Yeah. He's my friend and he's funny.
Shout out.
Comedy news. Let's see here. Jeff Ross is in a Super Bowl commercial, apparently.
Good for Jeff Ross getting that paper. Get that paper, boyo. Keep that mustache.
Apparently, Roseanne Barr has been very vocal recently
about Republican
her
ideals,
her firing, steps moving forward. It would seem. This is kind of a conglomeration of like 16 different headlines that I've read in the last couple of minutes.
Okay, Roseanne tried to get vocal about it. Tried to be. Oh God.
One person's quoting her as calling cancel culture fascist in a Tucker Carlson interview. I'm the only person who lost everything. Apparently has been throwing around the term witch burning. That sort of thing.
Okay.
We're going to be more offensive than we've ever been before.
Dude, she should go on Legion of Skanks.
Not wrong.
For real. I mean, that's her. That would be her audience she's looking for.
On Ambien. That would be hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. They dose Roseanne. I'd watch. I might even use
Mark Maron.
Go on, Mark Maron.
Mark Maron came out with a new HBO special. Not a lot of people are going to see because it's HBO, and who got money for that?
Right. Okay, I hate all these different streaming platforms. Makes it hard to be a comedy fan. Yeah. With everybody dropping shit on Amazon Prime, I'm like, I mean, I want to watch it. But anyways, okay. So good for Mark Maron. I thought you were about to say he was literally turning into Oscar the Grouch, but was cast as
he was definitely Oscar the Grouch, but it's just sad to see. Like I understand HBO, Showtime, and Stars, and all these people really started out with the comedy special, but like it's comedy has reached a point, in my point of view, that once you choose a platform to put it on that's not YouTube where it's free, you're really alienating a large segment of the population, because not a lot of people have a streaming service, but they only have one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Not very many people can afford Showtime, HBO, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Paramount Plus, and Disney Plus all at the same time to get all the comedy.
Yeah, it's 2023.
You know what I mean?
Inflation sucks dick.
It's
You're sharing platforms
Exactly,
with your homies and watching shit at your homie's house. Hey, you want to see, dude? Let's bring back watching comedy specials with your homies. Okay, I only really did that in college, but like, it's a good time. And with your homies.
Oh yeah.
Why'd you give me a look?
That wasn't
It's
a
like,
you look. That was a oh shit, did I hit the wrong button look? And it appears that I did.
Okay, sorry.
So thanks for outing me.
It's one of those, like, if you watch a special by yourself, yeah, you'll say, oh, that's funny, but it's like you're not laughing because it's only your energy in the room. You know, you need the tension of somebody else in the room to really get you to laugh, because it's like, ooh, that's inappropriate, or you know what I mean? Like if you're just by yourself, you're just gonna sit there and appreciate it for what it is, which is great.
I will say,
but the other people in the room really gives it the edginess to get that laugh to be vocal.
The one comedy special that I could watch by myself and be laughing out loud would be Gringo Pappi. Like, for 25 minutes, I would be hysterically, like the first time you watched Monty Python Holy Grail, bro. I think it was that good. No, seriously, Gringo Pappi was pretty fucking, it was better than people gave it credit for. I'm gonna stand by that. You know what? I think everybody who trashed it was just hopping on a bandwagon because they thought it was the easy joke and Ty. What do we think about the easy joke?
You're not working hard enough.
Yeah. And you know what?
You know,
good special, bro.
I just I'm just not gonna. I looked into the controversy behind Brendan Schaub a little bit more, and I've decided to step away from it, and he's gonna do him, and I'm gonna do me, because everybody has a whatchamacallit, a bad one, you know.
Yeah.
It's there's an entire body of work. Everybody's got to rate it because we're human, and there's always gonna be
robot voice. We finally got it.
All I can do is I hope Brendan Schaub come. Yeah. So.
What were you gonna say? I hope Brendan Schaub the best.
Oh no! I just hope that Brendan Schaub produces something.
He can be proud of. He can be really fucking proud of. That's what I want to see for him too.
Not even. I have a feeling he's proud of Gringo. I just hope he produces something that more people would say is better next go around. You know what I mean? I hope he keeps working on it, and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's all we can do.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Rogan, I want to see Ty Young, JRE, 2024, baby. Let's go, Joe Rogan. You don't know Ty Young yet, but you will.
I love your ambition, but I don't think I'm ready for that 3 hour.
That's why I said 2024,
interview,
bro. 2024, dude. And don't worry, he'll talk about animals. He'll have Jamie pull something up, you know. Jamie, can we see about what you know what I mean? Sorry, I couldn't.
Yeah, I get you. It's just
Jamie, can we look up the weed sitch in Portugal? Shit, bro. Comedy news. Thank you guys.
Talk about. Hold on. We're not done with the comedy news. TMZ said that Sarah Silverman, blackface protester, booted from her comedy show. So let me make sure the volume is down because I gotta. It's you just don't see protesters doing blackface much. It's a new one. It's a new one. You know what I mean?
Is it that new?
Let me see
she
here.
didn't just do it. She did it. She did it on SNL in the 90s. I'm so wrong. Don't even quote me, people. When you think of Chris Davis, think of somebody who doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, of course. Michael B. Jackson is the fella's name. He's a 71-year-old white guy, obviously.
Good.
So
it's definitely his place to
he
say
showed
something.
Up front row.
Was he in blackface
front row,
to protest
and
it?
He was, in blackface. In blackface, front row.
The sketch was
he
in
was heckling,
2007.
giving a warning, according to somebody,
to
the opening act, and then security told him to move to a balcony, which is a good middling step in between
hey, you gonna be
getting booted out of the show. And
okay, no, seriously, was he in blackface or was he just protesting it? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was. No, he wasn't.
No, I don't know what you mean, man.
Was the protester in blackface?
Let me see here.
Because I'm having.
Yes, the protester was in blackface.
Okay, check this shit out. I think this is so okay. They gave him a warning, like, "Hey, buddy."
Yes.
Hey, buddy, you're in blackface. Go wash it off. You can come back. Just go wash it off. And he does it, and then they're like, "Okay, buddy."
No. He was not bringing attention to the blackface or anything like that. It was just there.
That's what I'm saying. He's not bringing any attention.
The problem
to it.
was that. Yeah. And the problem was
we're not going to kick you out,
right? Which
he was heckling on top of it. Okay. Well.
Yeah, he was heckling on top of it. So then the club was like,
the middle.
"Hey, you can't do this.
Go to a balcony." That kills me a little bit. Like, we're not kicking you out.
They we're not kicking you out, but you're heckling and you need to go to the balcony. And you can watch the rest of the show from the balcony. And then he was like, "Nah, fuck that." So they just carried him out and threw him outside. Which in a way, they should have just kicked him out from the beginning, because I feel like telling there's a joke here. I just don't know how to frame it without being racist.
No. There's plenty of jokes without need for racism. I'm just like, are you?
Yeah. It's just like the weird irony of telling a white guy in blackface to go sit in a balcony where black people fought so long to be able to sit on the floor. Like, you get what I mean? Like, it's just
there's that angle to
it. Reversal.
I was just like thinking, if it had been just like a black couple heckling, they would have been out in the first time, no warning. But we're talking about a white guy in blackface, and they, you know what I mean? They gave him 3 different warnings. Fuck that. Kick him out. Kick Whitey out. You know what I mean? He
Yeah. It's just it's
like they checked his driver's license before they asked him if he wanted the balcony. You know what I mean? Just to double check. What the fuck?
Well, you can't do that because there's an actor named Michael B. Jordan as well. Michael B. Jackson. Sorry, Michael B. Jackson. So
there was also
you can't just check the driver's license. It's just one of those, I've never seen, with the exception of Tropic Thunder,
Hot Topic,
blackface being done where you can't immediately tell. You know what I mean?
It's another fire in the kitchen.
It's one of those, people knew what was going on, and he was doing the blackface and protest to Sarah Silverman's blackface skit from 15 years ago, which I think society has moved on from. And he's it's.
No, I'm sorry. I keep
What?
cutting you off. But you're right. No, like, we all heard, like, Twitter made a big deal of her being in blackface right around the same time they did with Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon. Like, and what's his name?
Exactly.
The Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. It had its moment. Now you're going to protest
so
it
it's
again 5
one of
years
those...
later. Like, everybody's kind of giving her reconciliation. It'd be like going to a Louis C.K. front row and protesting his him being back on stage again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it.
It just it doesn't make sense. Because he said he was the audience member in the racially motivated face paint was doing it out of put it on for a silent protest, and then he got in trouble for not being silent. So everything points to this guy just being a fucking momo, a fucking idiot. So
in other comedy news, there was a State of the Union address the other day where Marjorie Taylor Greene was like shouting and like going crazy the whole time, calling Joe Biden a liar like during his speech and shit. And the internet has like taken pictures of her just screaming. She looked like and turned it into multiple memes, bro, and having just a heyday with it. And the one I saw that made me think of you was like 4 shots of her like screaming, pointing, freaking out, looking like a real Karen. And the caption was, "This is what women who get kicked out of comedy clubs for quote unquote just laughing look like." 100%.
Oof. I just I heard I'm overseas, so I don't give a fuck about American politics while I'm overseas because it's not worth my time.
Right.
And I heard that there was a State of the Union. It's just every time I hear anybody talk about the State of the Union, I'm like, why do we listen to these things anymore, man?
I was playing an open mic.
It's not the truth.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you. It's not the truth. I will say I was not listening to the State of the Union. I was playing an open mic, my man. Be proud. I was not giving a fuck.
Nice.
Yo, is it my week or your week for Savage of the Week?
It is most definitely your week.
Let's see. There's plenty of savages in my life.
Time to think on your feet.
And hey, if you're watching this and you're a friend of mine, know you're a savage, okay? But there's one savage that's coming to mind right now off the top of my head. And that would be both of my parents. I'm gonna shout both of them out this week because they both deserve it. They're both do so much for not only me but both my siblings and their communities.
Mad love,
outstanding
mad
human beings, putting good morals in me and so many other people. So shout them out. Doing great work for great people. Love them both and hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So
Yep.
Brian and Terry Davis.
Savagery.
You guys are the savages of the week. Let's see. Forgiving Tree.
No.
She
had to raise you and he had to not kill you. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're totally right. There were plenty of times where he probably should have. There was one time when I was like, Ty, I'm gonna tell you this real quick before we get out of here. So I drive the Volkswagen Beetle always at stick shift, and I had to kind of learn how to drive stick shift before my car was ready, right? So my dad has his own Volkswagen Beetle, and I would drive it around for practice, and kind of like that was like my starter car to kind of be used to driving a stick shift, okay? I drove it for about a year. There's one night I came home, and it's not unheard of for us to drive through our yard so that we don't have to play like car jockey and shit, because we have a lot of cars and a long driveway. So I would pull the bug.
Now, let me pause you right here.
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
Would that put you like at a high class white trash level or
Yes.
mid white trash level?
Very much.
Driving through the yard, how does that affect the white trash level?
Very, very much so. Definitely, I would be garbage on Are You Garbage for what I just said for that sentence. Because as soon as you're looking for, like, watching traffic, you know how, like, when you're pulling out of a driveway, you got to, like, you know, check left and right and then pull out? Or at least you should.
No, dude, I just go out.
Well, you're blind as shit, so, I mean, it makes sense. No. No, but you're supposed to check both directions, then go. When you're doing that mid-yard, you know, when you're stopped at the tail end of the yard and you're just like, oh, gotta check for traffic, you feel like serious trash. Anyways, continuing the story. So I'm showing up late. I pull the bug in the yard. But here's the deal. My dad would have me parked next to his boat on the boat trailer. And both the bug and the boat trailer where they're parked is like direct view from the from the kitchen window, where you, like right above the sink where you do dishes. So I pull in too fast and too not enough of an angle, and I run the front fender of his Volkswagen into his boat trailer, like side arm thing, and it just scratches and like digs into the fender like a good 4 inches down.
Oh man.
Makes a huge sound, and I'm like, hopefully he's asleep. And I look at the kitchen window, and he was doing dishes, and now he's like this, fire! You know what I mean? Like just obscenities. And it's like a 10-second run to the door from the kitchen, and I pulled in smoking a cigarette. I'm like 15 or 16. I'm not like, nobody knows I'm smoking yet. So you know what I mean? I see him freak out. I have 10 seconds to like hide the cigarette that I had just put out and shit, and like, you know what I mean? And he comes out, and
yeah,
I will always remember this. I can't remember how he started the sentence, but it was like, I can't believe, and then for sure, you ran the thing I love most in this world into the other thing I love most in this world. That's the Savage of the Week we're talking about. Oh, I didn't hear the end of it. It was terrible. Yeah. Lost car privileges for a while after that. Let's see. Forgiving Tree dates coming up. We got we're playing at Brain Jam. That's cool. What date is that? Do you remember?
March 26th.
So Forgiving Tree is going to be playing at the Highway 61 Roadhouse March 26th. Come on out and see us then. It's going to be a good thing. We're doing it for charity, not for charity, but for a local non-for-profit that my aunt runs, the Brain Injury Foundation of St. Louis. And we're going to be helping a lot of good people out with that. So make sure you come out. It's super cheap, great food, and we're going to be playing a hell of a show. So come out to that.
Be on the lookout for news about an album release party. It'll be on the horizon.
We got an album on the release, so same for an album release show and party, all which to be announced soon. And then a lot of live park dates coming up, so we'll announce those soon too. So, Ty, you got anything coming up, buddy?
Nothing solid. You know, I've emailed a couple clubs, couple of people to see what I can get rolling for the last couple of months, but nobody's replied back, so I can't announce anything.
That's okay. That's how I was feeling with the local St. Louis club circuit. You just got to keep banging your head on it and keep emailing the same people, because you know everybody sucks at checking their email.
Eventually they'll reply.
Yeah, and the worst thing they can do is tell you no. You know, that I feel like no is better than just leaving you hanging. So, and even when you get a no, Joey Diaz would say, keep annoying them. You know, keep banging. So,
yeah, you just keep banging, and if they don't reply, you know, they just miss the exit, and hopefully they'll circle around later. You know,
that's it. I like how you said that. They missed the exit. You know what I mean? It's their loss. It's their loss, 100%. And that's the way we should all look at it, bro.
So,
I love you. You're doing the right thing.
All you can do is make
Make the best of your cards you're dealt, and keep adding to those cards. Be like, how do I? Okay, if these are the cards I'm dealt, how do I pick from the draw pile and grab another one? You know what I mean? So,
It's I like to imagine everybody who's a comedian, a musician, an artist, like anybody who's trying to, even a business, trying to build something on their own. You know, your business will start with a unicycle, right?
right.
And then all you have to do is keep pedaling, and eventually you'll get a wheel. And then eventually you'll be on a bicycle with a better seat, and then you'll get a motor and you'll slap that on there, and then eventually you'll get 3 wheels and then 4 wheels, and then pretty soon you'll be on a bus that's just barreling down the road.
That's right.
But if you don't keep it rolling, you'll never get that extra wheel.
Yeah, you're going to end up on the ditch with a unicycle, and that's embarrassing.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right,
Put your
people.
pants down somehow. I don't know.
Don't end up like Trevor Harrison with your pants down with the unicycle in a ditch. Okay? All right. Hey, we love you guys. Mad love and respect.
He had a wicked time that night, man.
Shout out Trevor Harrison. You're the real savage, baby. This podcast
Like,
is
subscribe,
literally
tell your
just for
fucking
you.
friends.
Yeah. Mad love and respect.